Maggie and I would like to show you how to water plants. This is a little bit different setup than we have at school, but there's a lot of similarities to it. The materials are very simple. This is a plastic plate that we use both as the tray, so this is what you might have set up on a shelf that your child could access anytime and bring over to the workspace. You might have a small watering can. I didn't happen to have one at home, so I just have this pitcher, and we often use pitchers for any kind of water pouring activity, even if it's one that you might otherwise use a different kind of tool. Think something that's small that the child's hands can easily manipulate is what you're looking for. I also have this small dish with half of a sponge that I've cut that is more suited to the hand size, and you'll see what that's used for soon. I also was able to find things that are color coordinated. That's a tool that we use in the classroom to help children know what things go together. So here everything's sort of blue and white, except of course for this flowery table mat. What's that called? Placemat. Placemat. So let's start. Maggie, I'd like to show you how to water a plant. Would you like to do that?
I would like to do that.
Great. Let's take a look at what we have. This is the pitcher that we're going to use for pouring water. And here's a sponge. I'm going to show you what that's all about, and a little dish. We'll set that over here. And instead of putting this tray back on the shelf, we're going to use it with our plant watering activity. Can you bring over a plant from somewhere in our house?
I can.
You brought one of our spider plants. Oh, that's great. You know what? This actually belongs to Children's House 1.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're just taking care of it for them.
That's awesome.
We're going to place this here, and so the saucer is there. And our plant is right here on the plate. Maggie, could you take this pitcher over to the sink and just get about this much water? It's good to have your child do whichever part of the activity they already know how to do independently, but to show the parts that are new. Thanks, Maggie. Now, we want the water to get to the roots of this plant, which are underneath the soil, and they're attached to the leaves. So I'm going to pour the water there. Plants need water, but they need just the right amount of water. Not too much and not too little. So I'll show you about that too. 1, 2, 3. Can you see the water absorbing in the soil?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if there's anything down.
Would you look at that?
Look at that. We have this plant actually has enough water now. We'll use this. There's just a little bit left. And this isn't really quite wet enough yet for us to wring into here. So we can use it again in a moment. Maggie, would you like to bring this plant back to where it goes in our house and bring over a different plant? You can water the next one. Maybe bring the one in the dinosaur, in the dinosaur.
We do love dinosaurs.
Yeah. I think that my friends in Children's House 1 will like to see it because that's also a plant that is usually in our classroom. Great. Would you like to take this one out and you could water this one?
All right. 1, 2, 3.
It looks like that plant needs a little bit more water. really thirsty. I'm so glad you're watering this, Maggie.
Yeah, me too. Okay.
And of course, all of the repetition is helping to develop the will.
Go.
Great. So you could continue watering plants or let your child do that. Once the child gets started, I usually just leave so they can continue working. And once the dish would get full of water, you'd want to show your child how to carry that carefully to empty it out. And then there's an expectation when you're done with the activity that you clean it up and get it ready for the next time. So that's a whole part of the activity as well. And when you bring it back to, when your child would bring it back to the shelf, you'd have emptied the water from the pitcher and everything would be ready again for them to use the next time you have plants that need to be watered. Thank you. Thanks, Mag.
You're welcome.